In the previous episodes showing the renovation of the entrance road, we managed to finish all the necessary work, such as connecting water or electricity, making drainage, which will allow us to focus on the more enjoyable part of the road upgrading. This small part of the stone wall that will one day be connected to the entrance gate was also created. 200 meters of the road is ready for further work. But before that, let's just connect the drainage pipe that was missing last time. We finished the hardest part of upgrading of an entrance road. I remind you that in total it's 200 meters, of which 160 we did in the last few weeks. The hardest and in the same time the least visible and satisfying part, because after finishing of these works the result on the eye it's not too big. You can see much more, for example, when we plant plants. And this will happen in today's episode. We ordered 500 lavenders and most of them will be planted here, along the road where the agrotextile is placed. These lavenders will mark the edge of the road, so the road, especially during evening or at night, will be better visible. In the future we will also plant plants here, but we have to prepare this area. So in upcoming few days we will plant plants along the road, only in the places where the agrotextile is placed. I didn't expect that he will order that much on one sitting, but it's good, we will do everything we can. So once again, the lavender will be planted here, the most of the lavenders we ordered, and also on this side of the road. Give me a second. So here, and on the right side of the road where you see agrotextile, we will plant the rest of the plants we ordered. We also ordered small cypresses, the tree which are common in Tuscany. I guess when you think about Tuscany and all of the roads of Tuscany, you see that in your mind. We will check if they match here, because we have idea where to place them and we have to make sure that this is a good vision. So we just ordered a couple of them and we will check if they match here. I forgot to add that we placed here some of the stones. They have two functions. When it's windy, they keep the agrotextile in one place, but when we plant the lavender here or later the other plants, it looks really nice when they grow between the stones. This plant you know really well. I showed you this in the latest episode or the episode before that. I was telling you that it grows really well, it took roots, but what we feared happened, and it was too windy, too much rain and too much sun in a short period of time, and this plant is not taking it well. We decided to transfer it to the flower pot, which we already ordered, and it will stand closer to the house where is the sun, but less than here, of course. Here we will plant something totally different. So a few days later, our order arrived. A total of 1,000 plants, which will soon decorate other parts of our gardens. We ordered the plants from a nearby local garden shop. We also ordered from there last time and were very pleased. Such a large number of plants had to be delivered in 2 trucks. The plant that replaced the previous one should also bloom and please our eyes with large flowers, and maybe even decorative fruit. It should be more resistant to the sun. We start planning where individual plants will be placed and then planting them. This is the layout we came up with for the cypresses. There are several options for planting cypresses. You can plant them close together, creating a kind of tall hedge, but we chose the second option. We placed them a dozen or so meters apart because there is a beautiful view behind them. One of my favorites on our property. Thanks to this, when you drive onto our property, you will admire the beautiful view between the cypresses. We think that we'll leave this layout and soon order more cypresses to plant along the road. Taking advantage of the opportunity, we swapped a few more flowers from the places where they were planted last year. Those that prefer shade are being moved along the road closer to the forest, and the newly purchased ones that love the sun will be swapped here. A total of 3 or 4 plants need to be swapped. And that's what we managed to plan in the last few days. I invite you now to the next episode, which will appear soon and will be a continuation of this work.